We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Jackson on first down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
He's not going to get me.
To throw again, Jackson. They'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Got to wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Go. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54.
Jackson on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Check 13. Check. Go. Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. Check.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Reuben Foster picks it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3, cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Check. Check. Hot routes. Hot. Hustle. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Go. Hey, pick your game up. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
To throw again is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Go. 280. Here we go, D. 40, 82, 40. 5.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now it's right. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to...
And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 41, Jackson slings this deep from... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike 80, 82, 82.
Tens of Mike.
Hey, Steve 6, Steve 6.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Come on now.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Let's go, D.
Slam, slam, slam. 53's the Mike, 53.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. The Eagles on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Hey, Haywood.
Wentz now on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jackson now. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jannard Avery in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Jackson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. .153 remaining in this first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Blue's there. Blue's there. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit.
Check four. Check four.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, echo.
Now Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Go, go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
62 yards on the play. And an Eagles first down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Another run with Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. First down. Come on.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
That's all right.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Go. Ready?
First down, Philadelphia.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. On first down, Wentz. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles first down, 18 yards. On first and 10, here's Wentz. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Charlie. Tens the mic. Stay with your man. I've got Mike T right here, guys. Mike T. You got to get...
Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to go for a big play down. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a first and 10. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
You ain't got nothing.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it is 28-0.
Eagles nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They'll run, it's Sanders. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Check 55, Mike. I can't believe they let you play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, he's going to let this go deep for Jay. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the Eagles' 43-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get in them holes. Kill.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 11.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
And they take a knee. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.